Hello friends, Erica London here. Welcome to another episode of Color Their World. Today we are going to be speaking about a very important topic, but before we do that, I would like to welcome my new subscribers. Old subscribers, welcome back. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so you'll know when we're coming out with new videos. Today we are going to be learning about Remembrance Day and why it is so important. Now you will notice that I'm wearing a poppy, and this poppy signifies many things. The colors, for example, the red in the poppy signifies the blood of those who gave their lives for our freedom. The black, in the middle of my poppy is black, and the middle of it is for the mourning, for those who never welcomed their loved ones home. And you also know that there are some poppies that actually have green in the middle, and the green shows hope that the grass and crops growing after war brings. I want you to sit back, grab a snack, and let's read today's book.
Canadian Celebrations. Remembrance Day by Heather C. Hudak. Honoring our veterans. Many Canadians serve in the armed forces. They help defend Canada against threats. They risk their lives to help save others. Thousands of soldiers have died in the line of duty. Canadians honor these people on Remembrance Day. It takes place on November 11th each year. On Remembrance Day, we honor our military veterans who have died. Veterans play an important role in Remembrance Day ceremonies. Fun fact: about 1.7 million Canadians served in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. Many Canadians have also served in other places. Some examples are Egypt, Syria, Somalia, Haiti, and Afghanistan. Many veterans take part in Remembrance Day services. Some veterans have fought in wars. Others have helped keep the peace in places where there is a risk of fighting. Remembrance Day services honor veterans for their work in the armed forces. Chapter 2: Why We Remember. World War I started in 1914. Great Britain, France, Russia, and the United States fought on one side. Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Turkey fought on the other. Millions of soldiers died. Finally, the two sides agreed to end the war in 1918. The Armistice Agreement was signed at 11 a.m. on November 11th. Troops celebrated in London, England when they heard the news of the armistice. The National War Memorial in Ottawa was built in 1939 to honor Canadian soldiers who fought in World War I. Canada was part of the British Empire. It was on the winning side of the war. 1 year later, King George V of England created an event. It was called Armistice Day. He asked all members of the British Empire to take part. The king urged people to be silent for 2 minutes at 11 a.m. on November 11th. He wanted people to remember the fallen soldiers. Canada agreed to take part, but the holiday was held on the second Monday in November instead of November 11th. In 1921, the Canadian government said Armistice Day should take place each year. The date was changed to the Monday of the week of November 11th. Fun fact: today, Remembrance Day falls on November 11th each year. It became a national holiday in 1970. Chapter 3: Events across Canada. Remembrance Day is an official holiday in Canada. In some provinces, Canadians have the day off school and work. The Royal Canadian Legion is Canada's largest non-profit group for veterans. About 275,000 people belong to the Legion. There are 1,400 branches across Canada. Each one holds a special ceremony on Remembrance Day. Legion members meet in community halls and parks to share a moment of silence. They often lay wreaths at war memorials. Fun fact: other countries in the British Commonwealth celebrate Remembrance Day. The United Kingdom and Australia take part. Countries that are not part of the Commonwealth also celebrate the holiday. They include France, Belgium, and Poland. A woman lays a wreath at the National War Memorial on Remembrance Day. Canada's biggest Remembrance Day ceremony takes place at the National War Memorial in Ottawa, Ontario. Tens of thousands of people go each year. Thousands of others watch it on TV. The Prime Minister and other members of government also attend. Veterans march in a parade before the ceremony begins. Chapter 4: Poppies and Poems. Many different symbols are associated with Remembrance Day. The best known is the red poppy. Poppies grow in northern France and in Flanders, Belgium. Many World War I battles happened in these places. Poppies grew in the fields where the soldiers fought. Memorial crosses in Calgary are decorated with poppies and Canadian flags. A poppy field in Flanders, Belgium. A Canadian soldier named John McCrae wrote about the poppies in a poem called In Flanders Fields. McCrae was a doctor. He treated soldiers during the war. A friend of McCrae's was killed. McCrae wrote his famous poem at his friend's grave. Today, In Flanders Fields is read at most Remembrance Day ceremonies. The Last Post is a song that is played on a trumpet or a bugle. Many armed forces bases play it at the end of each day. It is also played at many Remembrance Day services. It is a symbol of souls resting in peace. Reveille is another song played at Remembrance Day services. The armed forces play it in the morning during regular duty. On Remembrance Day, it is meant to lift people's spirits. A Canadian soldier plays the last post on a trumpet. Chapter 5: Remembrance Today. Many new traditions are made each year of Remembrance Day. The virtual wall of honor is a modern tradition. Canadians can send the Legion pictures of veterans who have died. The pictures are put on big screens near the National War Memorial on Remembrance Day. A stone marks the grave of an unknown Canadian soldier in Belgium. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself. Why do you think it is important to honor those who have fought in war? How do you celebrate Remembrance Day? Why is the poem In Flanders Fields an important symbol of remembrance? Thank you so much for joining me in listening to today's reading. Now don't forget, today and every day, we should remember the soldiers that fought for our freedom. Till we read again.